Keep your spine, neck and head straight. Close your eyes. First, observe your body position, your hips and legs, spine, neck and head. Try to keep your body in very comfortable position. In the same time, don't tighten or stiff your body. Just allow your mind and just be a witness to your thoughts. Observe what are your thoughts. Try to aware about your thoughts. Now, gentle breathe in and same breathe out. Always when you are inhaling, aware about your inhalation, and when you are exhaling, aware about your exhalation. Let your whole concentration on your breath and practice that same way, inhalation and exhalations. Now starting prayer. Keep your hands in Namaskar Mudra. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Now we will practice Omkara meditation. Just visualize golden color Omkara at your Anahata chakra. We will chant Omkara in that same rhythmic way. Try to inhale deeply before chanting of Omkara. Va Just close your eyes. Stay there. Keep your hands in Namaskar Mudra. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Keep your palms and eyes slowly open. Namaste. Next we are going to have our Bhajan Session by Swami Adisharanji Maharaj.
Anil garu, now we chant little Veda mantra. Sir, please come, please come. Please repeat, గట్టిగా repeat చేయండి. गणपतिं हवामहे कवीना मुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजम् ब्रह्मणाम् ब्रह्मणस्पत शृण्वन्नोति विसीदा सादनम् ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः ॐ नमः शम्भवे च मयो भवे च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च ॐ निधनपतये नमः निधनपतान्तिकाय नमः ऊर्ध्वाय नमः ऊर्ध्वलिङ्गाय नमः हिरण्याय नमः हिरण्यलिङ्गाय नमः सुवर्णाय नमः सुवर्णलिङ्गाय नमः दिव्याय नमः दिव्यलिङ्गाय नमः भवाय नमः भवलिङ्गाय नमः शर्वाय नमः शर्वलिङ्गाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवलिङ्गाय नमः ज्वलाय नमः ज्वललिङ्गाय नमः आत्माय नमः आत्मलिङ्गाय नमः परमाय नमः परमलिङ्गाय नमः एतत्सोमस्य सूर्यस्य सर्वलिङ्गग्रस्थापयते पाणिमन्त्रं पवित्रम् त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव lokamiva bandhanan mrityarmukshiya mamrutat Om Namaste Bhagavan Vishveshwaraya Mahadevaya Trambakaya Tripurantakaya Trikagnikalaya Kalagnirudraya Nilakantaya Mrityunjayaya Sarveshwaraya Sadashivaya Shriman Mahadevaya Namaha. Wonderful, ji, fantastic. Now, small bhajan we sing. Small bhajan. One Anandadayaka Paramahamsa about Sri Ramakrishna. Small lines. Gatti repeat cheyandi. Anandadayaka Paramahamsa Anandadayaka Paramahamsa Kali Priya Gadadhara Ramakrishna Kali Priya Gadadhara Ramakrishna Anandadayaka Paramahamsa Kali Priya Gadadhara Ramakrishna Dharma Rakshaka Dharma Swarupa Dharma Rakshaka Dharma Swarupa Sharana Manohara Shantidayaka Sharana Manohara Shantidayaka Dharma Rakshaka Dharma Swarupa Dharma Rakshaka Dharma Swarupa Sharana Manohara Shantidayaka Sharana Manohara Shantidayaka आनंददायक परमहंस आनंददायक परमहंस काली प्रिय गदाधर रामकृष्ण काली प्रिय गदाधर रामकृष्ण धर्म रक्षक धर्म स्वरूप धर्म रक्षक धर्म स्वरूप शारद मनोहर शांतिदायक शारद मनोहर शांतिदायक शारद मनोहर शांतिदायक आनंददायक परमहंस काली प्रिय गदाधर रामकृष्ण Wow, wonderful, ji, fantastic. Now our next class is motivational Subhashita for youth members. I invite our Vandana ji.
Hari Om, Jai Ramakrishna, Shri Ramakrishna Namaha. Okay. So today, now first we'll repeat our last week's Subhashitam and then we'll learn one more Subhashitam today. So as I said, these Subhashitas are there. These are like our ancestors' words to, we should learn this and we should practice this in our life. So last week we learned that Krishito nasti durbhiksham. Repeat after me. Krishito nasti durbhiksham. Japato nasti patakam. Maunena kalaho nasti. Nasti jagarato bhayam. One more time. Krishito nasti durbhiksham. Japato nasti patakam. Maunena kalaho nasti. Nasti jagarato bhayam. So already we discussed the meaning, and most of us understand also with these simple Sanskrit words. Krishito nasti durbhiksham means when we cultivate enough, then there will be no problem like drought. There is no food. This type of situation will not come if we are keep on doing cultivation. If we are doing something, the result will come. The same way, japato nasti patakam. Like if we are repeating the name of the Lord, then there will be no sin. So whatever we are committed, all these things need not think to be worried. Thinking all these things, we are doing japa means concentrating our entire mind for pure conscious principle. Then this patakam will not be there, sin will not be there. Same way, maunena kalaho nasti, where simple arguments are going on, where out of argument nothing is going to come. Example, people just quarrel just to think that they are right, just they want to prove it. They are not searching for the truth. If you are quarreling for truth, then that argument is important. Like this is a, like whatever may be, this is truth or this is truth. If we are having problem, if we are finding truth, then the problem, the argument is okay. But simply we are arguing to express that you are only right person. In that type of situation, maunam is the better principle. Maunena kalaho nasti, fightings will not be there. And last one is nasti jagarato bhayam, the person who is awakened or who is getting knowledge, not in ignorance, that person, for him bhayam is not required. Abhihi, fear not, will not be there. If we are where the fear will come, lack of knowledge. If we are not having knowledge in particular thing, we fear. So knowledge is the permanent solution to get rid of this bhayam. So today's new Subhashitam will start. Swagrihe pujyate murkhaha. Swagrihe, repeat after me. Swagrihe pujyate मूर्खः स्वग्रामे पूज्यते प्रभुः स्वदेशे पूज्यते राजा विद्वान् सर्वत्र पूज्यते. So we'll go for the meaning. Swagrihe pujyate murkhaha. A person is a ignorant person or a fool person. We may feel, others may think that he is a fool and they scold him. Say you're a murkha. But swagrihe, he'll be worshipped. They say, you are good only, no problem. At house, whoever the person is there, because he is our family member, we say, you are great only. So even a murkha is worshipped in the family, just because of that family relation, the thing we have. Swagrame pujyate prabhu. A group leader is there for a grama, then that prabhu will be worshipped by that particular grama only. Other grama people even won't know about him. The same way, Swadeshe pujyate raja. A king is there. He is doing all the good activities for the people. Then the entire kingdom people are there. They worship that king because that king is helping these people. Then what about the Vidwan? Then Vidwan is the scholar who is an intelligent person, intellectual person. He is worshipped everywhere. Not even in our single house. Other house people also will worship him or respect him. We can say respect him. Even other country people respects him because he is a jnani, intellectual person. Jnana means it is not like having information. If somebody is having a lot of information, great memory, then he is a jnani. We cannot say that. In that case, a computer is a big jnani. Here they're talking about Vidwan, means he has Viveka. He has memory. In the same way, he knows how to lead the life. Okay? So that type of person, Vidwan person, is worshipped everywhere. So we all must try to become like that Vidwan person. That is. So we'll repeat again. Swagrihe pujyate murkhaha. Swagrame pujyate prabhuhu. स्वदेशे पूज्यते राजा विद्वान् सर्वत्र पूज्यते. So even memory test now. Two lines we'll say, try to tell without seeing. Swagruhe pujyate murkhaha, swagrame pujyate prabhuhu. Swagra prabhuhu, swadeshe pujyate raja, vidwan sarvatra pujyate. विद्वान् सर्वत्र पूज्यते. अगेन स्वदेशे पूज्यते राजा विद्वान् सर्वत्र पूज्यते. One more time. स्वगृहे पूज्यते मूर्खः स्वग्रामे पूज्यते प्रभुः. स्वदेशे पूज्यते राजा विद्वान् सर्वत्र पूज्यते. Uttamam, Ati Uttamam. So here the meaning is a fool is honored in his own house, a landlord is honored in his own village, a king is honored in his own country, whereas a scholar is honored everywhere. Dhanyavadaha, Jai Ramakrishna.
Introduction. Now we are very happy to have our Sri Maestro Sir. Sir is very senior human resources development professional, and Sir is also soft skills trainer. He lives in Visakhapatnam. His profile I have shared in group. We all know. So I'm very happy to have our Sri Maestro Sir. I invite him to address you all. No. Good, it is good. Project related, it's not disturbed. Okay, very good. Sir, okay, sir.
Can we start?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, friends, students, viewers, listeners. Today our session is presentation skills. This presentation skills is a very important part of communication skills. An expert has defined communication as to communicate means to share. In any form of communication, you are sharing. Now, what are the various forms of communication are written communication, verbal communication, and listening skills in one part, and non-verbal communication on the other part. Why I said on the other part is, in non-verbal communication, you don't use words, but it is a language. It is one of the most powerful languages in the world. That language starts with the letter S. That is the language of silence. There is a saying, silence is golden, speech is silver. And research has shown that 70% of the effective communication which any individual is doing while he exists in the world is by listening. Now, there is an important distinction between hearing and listening. First, we hear through our ears. Then we send a message to the brain through the ears. Now the brain sends a signal to the heart. And the response which the heart gives, if it is effective, then you are listening. Otherwise, you are just hearing. Many times in a class, we sit, the entire period is over, and when the bell rings, we come to know that class is over. In that case, we are not listening, we are just hearing. So, listening is very important. Then non-verbal, most important. Without using one word, the guru can get the discipline from his students by merely looking at him, so that the student pays attention. Non-verbal communication without language is the most powerful language because it is gestures, eye movements, body movements. This is non-verbal communication. Without your voice, your body can say yes or no by nodding the head, by moving the shoulders. So these are the various forms of communication. When we talk of presentation skills, we are talking of presenting in all these ways, and non-verbal also. We are presenting by our gestures, by our action, by our movement, by our posture. So presentation skills also means you are using your non-verbal communication to help your verbal presentation or written presentation. Generally, communication is verbal and written. So what exactly is presentation overall? Presentation is a set of abilities. Meaning of abilities is qualities. Abilities, features, qualities. Presentation is a set of qualities which help you to spread knowledge and information through skills. Skills are the abilities which you are presenting. And when you are presenting it, it can be to an audience, live audience, to an online audience, to a hybrid audience. These days, there is something called hybrid mode of operation. That means some days you will go to office, some day you will work from home. Hybrid means part is online, part is offline. Hybrid mode of communication. So, in presentation skills, you are utilizing a set of abilities in order to spread information and knowledge. And presentation skills are the best way to effectively spread your message, to efficiently spread your message. Now, what is the difference between effectiveness and efficiency? Efficiency. An office person goes to office, does the work which is given to him in a certain time with least delay, not in haste, but with least delay, with system and procedure and goes home. He is an efficient officer. Who is an effective officer? He finishes the work efficiently, but also he reviews the work done to know that what can be done tomorrow morning. What may be required of me within the next half an hour. Effective person. Efficiency, good. Effectiveness, one step further. In offices, we are looking for efficiency and effectiveness. The student who scores the most marks is not only the most efficient, but also the most effective, because he reads the same material, the same textbooks, the same classroom, the same teacher. How is it that there is a topper in the engineering entrance exam and there is somebody who scores 15,340 position? Because the winner is a person who is efficient but effective also. He is anticipating what is required to succeed. That is why in these competitive exams like IIT JEE for engineering and NEET for medical, it is not only important what you read, it is also important how much you have understood what you have read. Are you efficient and effective? That is why you will find that in many of these competitive institutes for MBAs, the person who sets up the institute, who may himself be an engineer or an MBA, he is appearing year after year along with his students for CAT. Because for CAT MBA, there is no age limit. Recently, a 66-year-old person sat with his grandson in the MBA class. Because for MBAs in certain institutes, there is no age limit. You know, and these principals who are every year going to attend this exam, do you know how many people get 100 percentile? Very few. And they have already appeared 20 times, which shows that they are efficient 100%, but they are not so effective. Whereas the student who may be scoring 100 percentile may be a first timer. Many of the persons are topping first time. What is 100 percentile? It is not 100 by 100. It is that you are 100% better than the person next to you. You may even be scoring 70, but 100 percentile means with that 70%, you are the topper. 100 percentile is not 100 by 100. So therefore, they are effective. So an effective person is an efficient person plus a time manager. Within the time given, the person who performs best. Guruji has given me 45 minutes, of which I have spent about 15. So within the 45 minutes, I must not only deliver the session for which I have prepared, but I must deliver it in such a way that the total audience of 80 persons, as per the communication received by me, there are 80 set of eyeballs listening to me today. I hope listening and not just hearing. Now these 80 set of eyeballs, how far I am able to give the message which I have brought in toto within my time element shows I am efficient and effective. Not everybody can be efficient. Not everybody can be effective. A good mix is difficult, but not impossible. Best communicators are a good mix. They are efficient, they are effective. So presentation skills, you must be efficient and effective. Now in presentation skills, what do we want to do? One, we want to deliver a clear message. If I am making a PowerPoint presentation in writing, I need verbal presentation also, because merely showing the slides is of no use. So effective presentation skills include good written content plus strong verbal delivery. I will give you the best content in the world. If your voice is thin, if your voice is feeble, if you lack a confidence, my material will be almost wasted. Whereas an effective speaker with the least material, he will manage the time in such a way without boring his audience and at the same time never repeating a single sentence. This takes time. That is why for good preparation skills and to succeed, you need P2, preparation and practice. Preparation and practice, P2. If you can go on practicing, your presentation skills will be of a high order. But again, it takes time. Everybody cannot be a good speaker even within some months, even some cases years, some cases it may take lifetime. But the select few who are good speakers have spent maximum time in P2, that is presentation and practice. Presentation there and practice continuously till you get a hold. That is why good presentators, they do lot of rehearsal. They practice the session 10 times with no audience, but with the same time. Otherwise, how you will manage the time? No audience, but with the same time. Or with one person who may be having the stopwatch. That's all. So, for effective presentation, the abilities have to be prepared and practiced. Now, let us see the second part of our program. We saw the introduction. What are presentation skills? Hoping that you have got clarity, I will go to part 2, presentation phases. Phases of presentation. Let us see what is that. First phase is preparation. Here, it means research to build the preparation. Research to build the preparation. This may mean preparing the full text or writing notes or preparing slides for PowerPoint presentation and supporting audio visual method. The best verbal presentation may not succeed if for that you don't have audio visual presentation if required. Now this session does not require audio visual presentation because these sessions which are being given to you right now are basic structure sessions leading to practice. So first is preparation. So you get the appropriate material, study material, written material, computer material, presentation material, and set it up. And practice the presentation in such a way that you feel comfortable to deliver your presentation with ease and confidence. Ease. You have to be prepared to deliver your presentation with ease, means comfortably, and confidence. You have to be confident. If you have not prepared your material, you are continuously thinking where I will commit a mistake and I won't be able to come back. So your preparation should be that whatever material I prepare, I must deliver it with ease and confidence within the time allotted to me. There is no presentation in the world which can succeed without effective time management. People say the only finite resource in the world is time. Once time is gone, it is gone forever. Every other resource is infinite or more and more can gather. Now one more resource is finite, that is water. We don't give importance to water. I am not only talking about drinking water. Even in Visakhapatnam, if you are there for some years, you will see that the beaches are gradually eroding. The water level is going back. We are building too many concrete structures and cutting down trees. If trees are not there, vegetation is not there, the water will go waste. And due to the fact that India is a tropical country means hot country. So the water dries up. So water is also a finite resource. Once gone, gone forever. Time gone means gone forever. 4:30 p.m. of today's date, 5th or 6th rather, 6th March 2022 will never come back again. Yes or no? Gone forever. Finite resource. Infinite means something which can build up. Money may not be infinite, but money is not finite. You can always earn. Time will not come back. So the presentation time won't change. Right. So when you are going to develop a presentation, there are certain skills. Conduct the research for your presentation. Prepare charts and graphs for illustration. Create digital slides. Nowadays, everything is digital, where required. Break up a presentation into parts of reasonable length. What I have done, I have created an introduction. Now I am into the phases of presentation, which is preparation, first phase. So you do that. Break up the presentation into reasonable phases. Use statistics wherever required. Give concrete examples and stories. I have talked to you about water. I have talked to you about money. I have talked to you about time management. Give concrete examples and stories to illustrate your point to get audience attention. Wherever possible, avoid note-taking by providing these days digital presentation, because it is difficult for the attention to be there on the screen, on the speaker, and also write. All three things you can't do. But in introductory overview sessions like this, you can do everything together without taking notes also, no problem. Then you promote your presentation by delivering your message enthusiastically with conviction. The voice should have conviction. The voice should convince. You should feel that this gentleman who is sitting here, he knows what he is talking about and he is not diffident to speak. Confident means you are sure. Diffident, hesitating. It is practically the opposite of confident. Diffident, hesitant. So this is the first part, first phase of presentation skills. Second phase, delivery. That is the message. Verbal, written, delivery. Now, delivery is the part which the audience sees and hears. How? You can say that how the audience can see the delivery. If there is no PowerPoint presentation, how the audience can see the delivery? Most of the presentations in the world, including speeches in a classroom, are verbal delivery. See means see with your mind and eye. Eye-mind coordination. What you are seeing is the message. So that's why he says the part the audience hears, converts it to listening, that is seeing. Just hearing, no. Listening is seeing, not just looking at the speaker or the computer. So now a good delivery depends on careful preparation, confident presentation. A good delivery depends on careful presentation, confident presentation. Your preparation should be careful, the presentation, and the presentation delivery has to be confident. You know this is the matter. You know this is the time. You know this is the audience. You have to perform. So now what are the skills related to delivery? See, each item I am telling you the phase, I am telling you the skill set. Now, skill set relating to delivery. 1, your opening of the talk should be a broad summary, at least of the title. When I started presentation skills, I gave you definitions. People should know what you are going to talk about. Otherwise, even if I give you the best PowerPoint presentation in the world with the best sky map, with the best rainbow, with the best mountains and the best rivers at the background, the message will pass because you will see the rainbow, the mountain, the cloud, but you will not see the words because you are concentrating on the picture, not the content. So the most important thing in any presentation is the C2. P2 I have told you, presentation and practice, preparation and practice. C2, content and context. Content is matter. Context is in which relation? In relation to what? I say that Mr. Amitabh Bachchan is 6 feet 2 inches. What I don't say, it is implied that Mr. Amitabh Bachchan is taller than 90% of Indians, but I needn't say that. That is context. He is tall in relation to others. Context. In which context? VIT is arranging sessions every Sunday. Content. Session is content. What is the context? The context is to develop the personality of the individual. That is the context. In that context, they are arranging sessions. Now you get the difference between content and context. Content should be related to context. So please understand that you have to have an attention-grabbing summary. Use body language and eye contact to convey energy and confidence. What is body language? The way you sit, the way you look at the audience, eye to eye contact. Many speakers, when they are not confident, they are looking everywhere when the class is having 60 students, but they are not meeting the eye. They are talking. What is this? Lack of confidence. Eye to eye contact is very important. So then use body language to supplement your message. The way your hands are moving, the way your shoulders are moving, because body language can send a negative message. For example, when a speaker is addressing a class, negative body language is, what is this? That means I am pointing at the student. That is negative body language. What part of my body I have moved? Only shoulder, but it is a negative body language. Hitting the table, negative body language. Shouting loudly, negative body language. That means the body is shouting a wrong message. So here, use body language to convey energy and confidence. Next, pause to emphasize key points. Pause means take small intervals. Pausing. Next, modulate the vocal tone for emphasis. Emphasis means to give your point strongly. This will come with practice. Voice modulation. It is like, an actor. He has to change his voice. It comes with practice. Articulate clearly and smoothly. Articulate means the way you talk, it should be clear. Speak with enthusiasm. Project confidence. Summarize the key points at the conclusion and clarify where necessary. That is item 2 of presentation skill phases. Item 3, follow up. Very important. Even the best presentation in the world, You don't follow up your message by interacting with the audience, how far they have understood it, and just you say thank you. That will not do. Follow up, breaking down your material, collecting and analyzing feedback. That is why in many presentations, they circulate feedback forms. These feedback forms, even for online and offline, they take your view. You need not write your name or telephone number at all. Everybody gives his feedback by just ticking a checklist. Now, feedback is very important, but what many people do is they distribute the feedback 2-3 minutes before the class is over. So the students, what they are doing? They are in a hurry to go. So item 1, item 2, just ticking without reading. So feedback should be by communication. Then only presentation skills will be efficient and effective. Now, while you do all this, interpret the feedback which you have got from evaluation. How far they have understood the message. Invite questions and talk to them on that. Then gain additional feedback on this feedback by researching when you go back, and further interact with the audience through the organizers. Now, these are the phases of presentation skills: preparation, delivery, feedback. Now, let us go to types of presentation skills, the third part. We are at 5:15. We will definitely conclude it in time. That is, by 5:30 it will go, 45 minutes flat. Now, types of presentation skills. First, analytical. Analysis means view the message, understand the message, dissect the message, assimilate the message. View, understand, dissect means break it up into parts and analyze in whole. So you need what skills here? You need to have attention. How can you analyze if you don't have attention? You need to attend through your ear and listen. You need to structure what you are hearing in your mind. You need to structure what you are hearing in your mind. You need to integrate the various points which you heard in the presentation in your mind. Not on paper. Integrate in your mind. Then diagnose the message. Diagnosis means what a doctor does. He sees your pulse, he sees your tongue, and he diagnoses your disease without blood tests initially. Later he may have blood tests. Diagnose means examination through research and understand. So you have to mentally diagnose what I'm hearing and dissect the message. Your brain must continuously be thinking, what is he saying? What am I understanding? Is it relevant? Can I remember? That's important. Evaluate it in your mind, judge it, and apply the message received for the future. So these things are very important in analysis. Analysis means hearing, converting it to listening, converting it to understanding, reviewing the message, and then assimilating. In other words, digesting. Next is organizing. One is analytical skill, one is organization. To give you an example, I will give you the best content. I will give you the best computer. I will make for you the best PowerPoint presentation. I will give you the best speaker. But I find that the feedback shows that the message has not gone through because the speaker has not been able to organize his resources. What is organization in management? Put together land, labor, capital and organize the land labeled capital. To make a startup, you need some land on which you will put it. You need labor, manpower. You need capital and the biggest skill in the world, namely human skill, intellect, brain, your Silicon Valley. Capital is not only money, intellectual capital, that is called human capital. So all these three I have put on your table, but if you cannot organize your resources, how much land, how much money, how much manpower, and who is the manager? Is he qualified? That is why many states, they put the money, they never interfere with the management. They will appoint general manager, director, sit in one AC room, come twice a day and see morning, evening. That from morning to evening, are they using my money properly or they are wasting? So organization means putting together all my resources efficiently and effectively. Please remember the 2 E's, not only the 2 P's. The 2 E's, efficiency and effectiveness. So therefore, when you organize your matter, you have to plan, you have to prioritize, which is more important, which is less important. In life, priorities are most important. I am going to office today, I am going to college today, I am going with a priority in my mind. What I will do, when I will do, how I will do. Prioritize. So here, if you prioritize, you choose among the 2 C's. You choose clarity. You don't choose confusion. The 2 C's are opposite to each other. Confusion is dangerous. Clarity makes your life better. So please understand, you pay attention to detail, but be thinking continuously. That is why there is a saying, to think on your feet. You may ask that how I can think on my feet. I will walk and run on my feet. That means your brain should be walking. That is why the biggest manager is a person who walks the talk. You can say that how can he talk and walk? It means that he is practicing what he is preaching. He is the general manager. The office is opening from 9:30. He will come at 10:15. Up to 10:30, he is settling his table. Until 10:45, he is talking on phone. What is this? You have to walk the talk. That means practice what you preach. So here we are talking about organizing your message. Now, non-verbal communication, I talked, but it is so important that your posture, your hand gestures, your eye contact with the audience is most important to make your presentation more effective. Now, there are some challenges in public speaking. One of the forms of presentation skills is what you present in a classroom. The other form is public speaking. Everything in life is not a classroom. You may address an audience. In this holy place, some functions are there throughout the year where somebody is standing on the dais and addressing an audience. That is also an important form of presentation. So, public speaking means you have to always ensure that you are comfortable and engaging. You are comfortable and engaging means even by talking or not talking, your audience is in a dialogue with you. Engagement, dialogue. Engagement, dialogue. So, this you can do by assessing the need of the audience. What do they need? If I take a class today to the 80 participants on what is the best form of surgery for a heart disease, the message will not go through because this is neither the subject nor the audience. So you have to engage them. Now for this, research is most important. That is the last item. Research is very, 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 very thorough and difficult. Brainstorming. That means you talk to 4 people on that subject. You brainstorm. You collaborate, get information. You collect business intelligence. You compare the analysis. Have deductive reasoning. In all these ways, the research comes. And if you utilize your research and your content and make the presentation good, it will work. In what way it will work? These presentation skills can be used in sales management, HRD, human resources management, finance management, medical science, engineering science, any academic or scientific topic, you can use your presentation skills so that the message reaches. And be sure to get the feedback of the audience. Now with this, I have completed my part at 5:25. Questions? Please talk. But it has to be relevant to the subject. We are talking of presentation skills. It is not a session on traffic management, that how we should go back on a Sunday evening. Today, when I crossed the beach road, I found nearly 500 bikes are there by 4-5 p.m. 500 bikes neatly parked. See, this is the importance people are giving to health, because moving on the beach with the family is the least expensive way to gain happiness. So please ask me relevant questions. Anybody, anything. On the subject presentation skills, including the overview communication skills. Tell me. Please. Here, the scope for presentation to the balance 75 audience, 75 member audience. Out of the total 80, the balance 75 member audience are online. This is supposed to be a hybrid class, online, offline. So there is no feedback mechanism which otherwise is also available through Zoom. So I will request that in some future session, let us utilize technology in such a way that there will be a live audience. When we are addressing in our office, we are addressing on Zoom. So is there any question, or do I take it you have understood the message? Is it clear? Can you now take up your home exercise whenever you go back? Please sit for 15 minutes with paper and pen and write down what you feel about this 45 minutes. Write down. Even if you write down that this session was held by so-and-so in 45 minutes, that itself is a message. And write down what you feel. 5 points which you have gathered from this matter, whether in English or Telugu or any language. Please.
When we are giving presentation, sort of in class, they are teaching something, that is also presentation.
Yes, very important presentation.
So while we are presenting, example 30 members are there in the class. As you said, we try to engage everyone. I will eye contact and we try to make them understand, because it is class.
Understand our content.
Our content.
Yes.
Understand our content, because all the students are there to learn this content. So in that situation, I generally teach Sanskrit, spoken Sanskrit. There are some old age people also will come. So I speak with them in that, giving that examples in that way only. There are few of them, they speak what to do at that time.
What time is your session? That's very important, because you said some people are very senior. What time is this session?
It changes times. Sometimes
Average.
2 to 5. 2 to 5.
On a holiday? On a holiday? Working day. Working day. 3 to 5. Now, normally sleep will not be there, but the senior people, 3 to 5 is a time when the brain may not be active. You have to give allowance to that. But my suggestion to you is use more practical examples. Write something more on the blackboard. Give them some words in Sanskrit and tell them to interpret. Now, since you talked about Sanskrit, you should not have this problem. I will tell you why. Because research has shown that the richest language in the world is Sanskrit. Richest language, not in terms of being spoken by most people. Most people in the world speak a language that is Chinese, Mandarin Chinese. Why? Because Chinese population is 140 crores or 1.40 billion. Indian population is 1.38 billion. The world population is 7 billion plus. So most Chinese are there in the world to speak Chinese, but the richest language in terms of content is Sanskrit, because gurus of all languages have analyzed that for one Sanskrit word, there may be 5 different meanings. The same word can be interpreted in 5 ways. The second richest language is English. Happy, glad, pleasure, in a way smile also. So 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5 meanings. Whereas Sanskrit will give you more different meanings for one word. So you are interacting, you are engaging in a language where the content is much more. If it is a maths class, you can never keep them awake if they are not interested. It is a Sanskrit class. Sanskrit is the foundation of our culture. Indian culture is founded on Sanskrit. And whole world, people are interested to learn Sanskrit. In US, no Sanskrit teacher will ever be unemployed, because there will be so many people who are learning Sanskrit from him part-time. Okay, any other question?
Sir, one more question.
Last for you.
So the same way, even I'm going to teach in a college, they are 16, 17 years age group children.
Okay.
So I'm telling the subject to them. So most of them are listening, and a few of them are there. So I'm not complaining them.
No,
I just
tell me.
want to learn, because this is my responsibility. I want to learn these things. So that they're not listening to the class.
They are hearing only.
Hearing only. Keep on talking, or even they just due to respect or something they say, but they are not listening. But then what I have to do?
Your message has to become more effective. Now you are only efficient. What you have to do is, at the end of the class, you divide your session into 2. Your written or verbal presentation, and 15 minutes you have to give with them. What is it now you want in this session? You have to be very frank. Some of them will say that your message is not effective. That is why feedback is important, so that you have correction. You give them a chance that, please, you give sheets of paper. You say you write down your impressions on this class without writing your name, no roll number, and you analyze that. You will find that some of them may be thinking that your speech is too fast or too slow. It is too dull. You are not engaging with them. You are not directly looking at them. There are some students who are very much keen to listen to you, but in front of you, there are some students who are disturbing your class, but you are ignoring them. So the person who is sincere does not like this. Okay, right. Anybody else? Okay, thank you. Lovely session for me, because I really learnt by talking to them. Thank you.
So we are very thankful to our dear Sri Mahesh Rao sir. Thank you, sir. Now, with one concluding prayer, we conclude today's session. Please repeat loudly. Priyatam Pundarikakshaha Sarvayigneshwaro Hari Tasmin दृष्ट्वा जगत्तुष्टम् प्रीणिते प्रीणितं जगत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्रीरामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु Thank you, sir. Thank you, one and all.